Hi guys, and welcome back to Love English, and we're very excited because we're together.
Yes, Sabrah's in my video.
What?
Am I in your video?
You're in my video. No, it's our video.
Okay.
Our sharing. I dyed my hair very blonde, just so you can tell the difference.
Just in case.
Sabrah, Leila. Okay everybody, welcome back. We've got a great lesson plan for you today. We're looking at American idioms, strange American idioms, and their British equivalents, so the British versions of them. Now we don't know all of these idioms, so we're going to be trying to guess them and seeing if we can think of the British version. So, a bit of a challenge.
Yes, and of course you guys can choose which you prefer, whether you prefer using British English or American English, and make sure you do comment below and try and use them, and we'll correct the American English as well. So make sure if you haven't already, you do click that subscribe button and also the notifications bell until it looks like so that you are one of the first to be notified of our lessons when they go live. You'll also get comments and responses from us pretty quick. We're very good like
We
that.
are. Guys, don't forget you can also follow us on our social media, on our Instagram, our Facebook, and our Twitter.
Right, British versus American idioms. Let's test our American English.
Right,
Sabrah.
yes, okay. So, Leila, we're going to ask each other one, and then
Okay.
we're going to see if we know the meaning. So, Leila, do you know the meaning of on the John? So this is an American idiom, on the John.
I've got a feeling I might. Shall I guess?
Go on, guess.
Does it mean that you're on the toilet?
Yes, it does! Well done! So, on the John, yes. In American English, this means to be on the toilet. But the British version would, of course, be to be on the loo.
Or the throne?
Oh, of course, yeah, we can
Like the
say
Queen.
that. Yeah, we do often say on the throne. I don't say that very
quite
regularly.
informal. No,
yeah. So generally speaking, in England, we refer to the toilet as the loo. We'll often say, I'm just popping to the loo.
I don't understand why they call it a John.
I don't know. I have no idea where this
If
comes from.
anyone knows anything about American English, could you
Please
explain?
comment below. Why do you call it on the John? Yeah, I couldn't
That's
find
the
that.
name of a person.
Yeah.
It sounds very insulting.
Very bizarre.
Right, Sabrah.
Yep.
This one is for you.
Okay.
What does it mean if you smell a rat?
Okay, well, in British English, to smell a rat, I think, so it means like something is suspicious, something is not quite right.
Okay.
So I think it means if you smell a rat, you don't trust it. So for example, someone tells you a story and you think it could be a lie, you smell a rat.
So you nearly got it. It's not
really?
quite right. It's a little bit more specific.
Okay.
If you smell a rat, it suggests somebody that is not trustworthy, but you think will actually, in British English, dob you in.
Ah, like a grass.
Exactly, grass you up. So it's somebody that would tell somebody one of your secrets, something you've done wrong, and tell the police, for example, about you.
Okay, so like a police informant, someone who says the thing they are not supposed to tell another person, so doesn't keep the secret, the rat. I see. So it's still kind of like not being trustworthy, but it's more specific.
It's more specific that you can't trust them because they're going to tell somebody your secret.
So for example, because they say in American films, you ratted me out, don't they? You ratted me out.
Now it makes sense.
Yeah, okay, I get it. The rat. So the snitch or the informer. I see. Okay.
Not positive. Not a positive idiom. You wouldn't want to use that.
No, you wouldn't want to say, oh, you're a rat.
I'm not the rat.
Start with you agree there is a rat.
So in British English, guys, we would say to grass someone up. And this means to tell, for example, your mum and dad, or tell the police, or tell somebody who's in authority, like the school teacher, what that person has done wrong. So being a grass is really not a good thing to be. You're really unpopular if you're a grass. You're the person that said, Mummy, blah, blah, did this, or running to the teacher and saying what somebody did wrong.
In American English, should be a rat.
Maybe a rat, yeah. So number 3, guys, this is for Leila. This is, it jumped the shark. It jumped the shark.
Why would anything jump a shark? To jump a shark. Okay, the only thing that could jump a shark is a dolphin. Is it referring to a dolphin? Jump the shark. Okay, a shark.
Have a guess.
A shark is dangerous. So is it to avoid a dangerous situation?
Could be. Okay, so to jump the shark, Leila, no, you weren't anywhere near it. It's quite complicated, this one.
Oh.
It's when a TV show or something really good, so something that was doing really, really well, has become rubbish. So in England, we would say it's got crap now, for example.
It's got crap. Very nice.
Yeah,
It's true.
We would say it's rubbish now, yeah.
But gone downhill.
Gone downhill. Yeah, we would say it's gone downhill. Now, this is because there was a very popular American TV show called Happy Days. And in that show, the Fonzie, he jumped over a shark in one of the sketches. And at this point, everybody thought the TV show had gone too far and had become ridiculous. So this idiom actually came from a real event where he really did jump over, let me double check. Yeah, he jumps over a caged shark.
There he goes!
So yeah, to jump. So if a TV show in America or a film, series, something like that, suddenly becomes rubbish and ridiculous, they'll say, oh, jump the shark.
Wow.
Yeah.
Well, that's really cool.
We would say
like
it's gone downhill though. Yeah, we would say.
It's gone downhill.
Or we could say it's sold out, possibly. Sold out. We would say
to sell out.
It means
It means you do something and you lose credibility.
Yes. You go too far. You don't maintain your artistic
integrity.
Yes,
We're
exactly.
finishing each other's sentences now.
Perfect.
Cute. Okay, number 4. This one sounds a little bit mysterious. This one's for you.
Okay.
Behind the 8 ball. Behind the 8 ball.
Okay. Well, I know that in pool, the 8 ball is the ball that you want to pot. Yeah, you want to get the 8 ball into the hole and then you win. It's the black ball, isn't it?
Yeah,
the 8.
with the 8 on it.
Yeah.
It's a bit of a giveaway.
So I think, is this like, so behind the 8 ball, is this the final step before achieving something great or a pressured situation? Could it be that?
Okay, that was pretty close again. Not quite, but pretty close.
Okay.
So behind the 8 ball, if you think about the situation playing pool, if any of you know how, then when you're behind the 8 ball, it's kind of the final ball that you want to put in the pockets. So you're under a lot of pressure. It can be quite stressful.
And also, of course, I think it might mean that the ball behind the 8 ball, if you're trying to pot the one that's behind the 8, you don't want to pot the 8 because, of course, then you've
fluffed up.
Yeah, you've really
made a mistake.
You've messed up a lot, haven't you? If you pot the black, we would call it potting the black.
Okay.
Yeah. So then you've really messed up if you've done that. So you don't want to pot the ball. You don't want to pot the 8 ball. Yeah. So it's a difficult situation.
A difficult situation where you're under a lot of pressure.
Yeah. Okay. So what would we say? In a tricky situation?
Difficult situation.
Yeah, we
under pressure.
Under pressure.
I think we would just say under pressure.
Or in a tricky situation.
Yeah, that would be enough.
All right, this one, I really love this one actually. I do know what it means already.
Oh, okay.
So, Leila, ready?
Yeah, I'm ready.
So what do you think an American means when they say you've bought the farm or they've bought the farm?
What Americans like
or
to
he
eat.
or she bought the farm.
He or she bought the farm. Is it to do with buying a lot of meat to make dinner?
No. Have another guess.
Bought the farm. Okay, so if you buy a farm, it seems like quite a dramatic thing to do, and it would cost a lot of money. So is it to spend a lot of money?
That's actually a really good guess, but it's so far away from what it actually is.
Yes.
Well, I would guess something like that.
Okay.
But to buy the farm is an American idiom for passing away, for somebody dying. And the reason behind that is during the Second World War, a lot of pilots would crash into farmland in America or other places. It was the Second World War. And they would have to give the family the money because the farm could be ruined or part of the farm could be ruined. So they would have to pay.
You've got some great stories.
The military, I looked all this up, yeah. The military would have to pay the people whose farm it was for the damages. And so obviously it was like saying they bought the farm, as in they've died and they passed away.
A lot more cheerful than it. I mean, we have an idiomatic expression.
We have a couple. Yeah.
We have to kick the bucket.
Yeah, we have to kick the bucket. No idea what that means, but it means
logic,
to die,
probably.
to kick the bucket. Yeah. We also have, we can say they're pushing up the daisies. They are pushing up the daisies.
Because you're buried under the ground, so you're pushing
up the flowers. Yeah. Not very nice.
Okay.
Yeah, to buy the farm. I'll actually provide a link, guys, to the information about all of these idioms so you can read a little bit more
That's
about them.
a good idea.
Yeah.
I do think you've got to be careful with idiomatic expressions like this because you wouldn't say, oh, I'm really sorry your grandmother bought the farm.
No, it's
a bit
informal,
insensitive.
Yeah, it's slang. It's informal.
We would say pass away.
Yeah.
That's probably the gentlest way, the most diplomatic, polite way to say someone's died.
Yeah, if we're joking or if we're in an informal situation and talking about somebody that's passed away, if it's not sensitive, you could possibly say, oh, they bought the farm or they kicked the bucket. Yeah.
So be careful.
And we'll leave. I mean, after all, it is your place. Or it will be, you know, when your dad kicks the bucket.
Right, Sabrah, number 6 is super short.
Okay. Do that positive?
Table it.
Table
it.
Table it.
Table it. So you're making table a verb.
Wow. To table it. Detail it. Like
to give details of the plan.
List it. Like put it into tables. List it. Detail it.
I think we need to look this up. Actually, this idiomatic expression is pretty simple. It basically means to put something to one side to do it later. So an activity, something that you're in the middle of. Probably,
so I got it wrong.
A little bit.
Oh.
Probably an idiomatic expression you might use to talk about work or study. Oh, I've got this essay to do, but I'll table it for now.
Ah, okay. So like our equivalent of shelve it. Our equivalent of shelve it. I'll do it later. I'll shelve it, put it on the shelf for now. I'll table it. Okay. Makes sense.
Kind of does.
Right, number 7 is for Miss Leila. Okay. So what do you think this expression means? To go the whole 9 yards. Now I think we should just quickly explain that yards is a term of measuring distance. So a yard is probably the equivalent of, I think,
that much.
Yes, it's about the yard, isn't it?
It's like about a meter. Long arm.
Yeah,
I don't know.
It's about a meter roughly. So it's a term of measuring distance. So bear that in mind when you're guessing.
We don't use yards. We still have the imperial system.
Yeah,
so
we do.
Yeah. Okay, to go a whole 9 yards is, I think I actually know this because there's been some American films. I think it's to do something completely with full enthusiasm, to go, I don't know, like to go full hog.
Yes, well done, Leila. She got it. Yes, to go the whole hog. It means to do the whole thing. Yeah. So if you say you go the whole 9 yards, you say you're doing the whole thing.
The full distance.
You're doing the full distance. Yeah. So if you say, oh, now he wants to marry her, they'd be like, oh wow, they're doing the whole 9 yards. They're going the whole hog kind of thing.
And the
doing the whole thing.
A hog is another word to say a type of pig.
Yeah.
So that's to do with eating the whole pig.
Yeah, it would have been to do with. So our expression is to go the whole hog.
Fancy a bacon sandwich now.
So I gave the example just before about marriage. If for a while somebody wasn't committing, for example, or it wasn't completely serious, but then they do decide to get married and they have a big wedding, you would say, oh, now.
That's it. If you have a big wedding, you kind of spare no expense.
Yes.
You spend on everything. You have everything.
You go the whole 9 yards, or you go the whole hog. You do the whole thing. Yeah, you don't miss anything.
What? Being yourself, nobody move, could get you killed. The whole 9 yards.
Right. Final idiomatic expression in American English, they say jonesing.
Jonesing.
What does jonesing mean?
I think I know this because I've watched a lot of American films, and I think it means craving something.
I'm jonesing.
Yeah, like I'm desperate for it. I'm jonesing for a drink, for example. I'm jonesing for a cigarette. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I'm right.
You think so?
Yeah.
Let's check it. You are spot on.
Yay,
totally correct. Well done. So I guess it kind of means to fancy, to desire something.
Yeah,
so I really fancy a burger.
Yeah, jonesing for a burger.
I'm jonesing for a burger.
Yeah,
nice.
Very strange. Again, if you look in the link, guys, you can learn a bit more about the background of that one.
Together. Now, what was your favorite moment on the show? Was it Nikki jonesing for a fat baby?
So what would we say, Leila? I'm dying
fancy, I'm dying for. Fancy and dying for, I think.
I'm dying for a drink. Yeah, dying for a drink.
Oh, I could murder.
Oh, that's a really good one. Well done. Yeah.
I could murder a Big Mac.
Because you're desperate for it. Yeah, I could murder a bowl of pasta. So guys, we're going to do a very quick recap of what all of those meant and a bit slow for you to make sure you do understand. Okay, so on the John was the first one, which of course meant to be on the toilet. The British equivalent was
on the loo, or really informal, thrown. It's kind of funny.
Number 2 was to smell a rat, which of course meant when you know that somebody has said information that they shouldn't, so they've been a snitch, they've told other people information that they shouldn't, usually somebody in authority. So the British equivalent is?
To grass someone up or to dob someone in.
Number 3 was it jumped the shark, which is a very peculiar American idiom. And this means when something has got ridiculous, something has gone too far, particularly a TV show or a series of books or a series of films. So it's got ridiculous now. It's not good anymore.
It's lost credibility.
Yes.
And
equivalent?
we would probably say to go downhill. It's gone downhill. Anything else?
What's the other one we said? Sold out.
Sold out, to sell out.
Yeah. Number 4 was a complicated one, behind the 8 ball, behind the 8 ball. And that meant to be in a very pressured situation, to be in a difficult situation. British equivalent?
We don't have an exact equivalent. We've got a lot of idioms that do talk about being under pressure, but I think to say that they're under pressure,
yeah.
in a bind,
Yeah,
possibly in a difficult
situation.
situation.
So number 5 was bought the farm, and bought the farm meant to pass away.
Okay. In British English, we would say to push up the daisies or to kick the bucket.
Number 6 was table it, which meant I'll do it later. I'll do that task later because I've got other more important things to do. So I'll shelve it for now.
Shelve it.
Yeah, sorry, did Leila
It's all right.
Guys, number 7 was to go the whole 9 yards, which meant to do the whole thing, to go the distance. In British English,
The whole hog. To go the whole hog. To spare no expense and do everything. You could also say to go all out.
last one was jonesing. To be jonesing, meaning to be desperate, to be craving a particular thing, usually food or drink.
In British English, we'd often say I really fancy a burger. We could also say I'd murder a burger, not a bowl of pasta or an apple.
No, I'd murder a salad.
So I think those were pretty interesting idiomatic expressions.
Yeah, that's right, guys. So try and use one of those in a sentence and be sure to check out the link which we've provided as well to read a little bit more about where some of these strange American idioms and the British equivalents have come from.
Thank you so much for watching. And of course, if you haven't yet, click that subscribe button there and the notifications bell, and you'll be seeing us again very soon.
Thanks a lot, guys.
Bye. It means that you suspect. Oh, blooper. Okay.